Hello and welcome back to Tsukihime. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time we woke up in our room and saw Akiha, and there she gave us the rundown of basically everything that's happening. Basically, we were adopted into the Tohno family, and there was another brother, Shiki, who apparently, killed us when we were younger because it seems like the Tohno family has some kind of weird blood, some otherworldly blood, and his kind of went berserk and he killed us. But then Makihisa had to kill him to essentially put him down. And, we both survived, but it seems like the other Shiki is extremely jealous of our Shiki for essentially stealing his identity when he died, because, the Tohnos cannot have killed their child. But yeah, it seems like, we end up talking to Ciel, and we basically told her our purpose and our plans for killing Roa, and how we're really doing this because we really love Arcueid. We don't want Arcueid to potentially die or want to let her down in any way, and we want to keep her safe. But it seems like Arcueid actually heard that, and she kind of reciprocated those feelings because she wants to keep Shiki safe, and she wants to kill Roa as fast as possible to keep Shiki out of danger. So she kind of just left, and we were like, oh crap, she's gonna go, so we gotta chase after her. So we, along with Ciel, who kind of begrudgingly decided to take us there, we're gonna chase after Arcueid and Roa to essentially finish this thing tonight. But yeah, we're right now, I don't know why we're looking at the moon. I don't know whose POV it is. But yeah, it's a beautiful moon. But before I start today, I do want to talk about the remaining number of episodes for this route, I guess. Because I feel like we're near the end, at least to my memory. And I decided to look up the length up until the end of the game. And it seems like it's going to be, well, we're currently on day 14, I believe. No, 13. So we're on day 13, and it seems like the rest of the day will be, well, will be this episode. I don't know, it's gonna be a little bit longer, maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours. But the last day, well, spoilers, but the next day is the last day. It's gonna be a little bit shorter because it's basically an epilogue. But I think what I'm gonna do is put in all the, kind of revisit all the spots in the flowchart, at least that's unique to Arcueid's route, and kind of do them and put them in there. I do know that there are some choices that I wasn't able to choose, like here. For some reason, I wasn't able to choose the middle option, but I'm just gonna do like a whole bunch of them because after this point, as you can see, I got really into a lot of these different choices, and because they were just really amusing and entertaining, and I realized that this game is good enough for me to really just kind of want to, for lack of better words, 100% it. So that's my plan. I'm gonna do as much as I can, going all the way back to, once again, at least Arcueid's route. I think that would be chapter, I don't know, episode day 5 and onwards, even though I think I did most of day 5. And maybe when I'm doing Ciel's route, I'll be able to revisit the rest. Actually, no. I might end up doing more because I heard that Ciel's route, you have to be a little bit more specific about getting hers. But anyways, this is enough rambling for me. Let's head into it. The graceful avatar bounds beneath a moon without flaw. Roof to roof. Oh, we're in Arcueid's POV now, I think. That's why they're like graceful, yes. Not Ciel. From roof to roof. Without stopping or falling, she crosses the sky like an arrow set loose. Her destination is fixed. The high school on the fringes of the city. The place where her foe has made his nest. The site of a battle long awaited. She's so happy because basically Shiki kind of confesses, like, I mean, we already know they love each other, but like, it's just like reaffirmation of how much they care for each other. The distance between the house on the hill and the school grounds is a mere 2 kilometers as the crow flies. A journey of a few minutes on legs such as these. She's well accustomed to this sort of pursuit. Flying with complete efficiency, her every action is specialized towards piercing her target. Except she has a wide-ass grin on her face. The silhouette has been a heaven-sent bolt of death for many a dead apostle. Yet just for tonight, her trajectory is filled with a gentle warmth. Look at this view! As the sky bathes her upturned face in the moonlight, she shouts her feelings to the universe. If she didn't let them out, her heart would surely burst. If she didn't press her hands against her cheeks, they would burn from the heat. It's this moonlit jump again. An inexplicable light has flooded her chest. Tingles? Oh yeah. Tingles of contentment flow through her neck and into her brain. She got that dopamine. It's an experience entirely new to her, one of pure joy. The shroud of melancholy that bound her mere minutes before is nowhere to be found. Even though her body may be on the verge of collapse, even though she may not have the strength to keep on fighting, even if she may not have a future once she defeats the vampire lurking in the school, even if all she did until now has been pointless, without any meaning or redemption.
構わない。そんなの全然どうでもいい。
All those problems are a thing of the past. I really like how they have the a piano instrumental version of the opening. I still kind of sad that, you know, that got cut out, but still everything between her and Roa feels a little more than an insignificant feud. What fuels her now is that which wells up in her heart. The feeling of wanting to protect someone precious to her, a feeling she's never grasped for herself until this moment. The Roa this time is different. Compared to the Roas of the past, he's less interested in the pursuit of immortality. This Roa possesses a deep, singular interest in one person. By examining all that occurred in one sequence, she arrived at the necessary conclusion. She realized that the relation between her and Shiki and the other Shiki is much like one between her and Roa.
だから、私が倒す。
No more bringing him into danger. That is a good point. It's kind of funny because we decided to pursue Roa because, well, you know, A, serial killer, but B, because that's what Arcueid wanted. But we kind of decided to do this because Arcueid wanted that. But now it's kind of like, oh, Arcueid has an additional goal of taking down Roa because Roa's host, the other Shiki, wants to kill our Shiki. She's like, whoa, okay, yeah, we gotta definitely have to kill him now. No more bringing him into danger. And no more hesitating about her clash with Roa. A few minutes prior, she had feared their confrontation. The rationality at her core said her odds of victory were slim at best. It wasn't the prospect of failing her mission that frightened her. No, she feared dying at her foe's hand, disappearing and never seeing him again. But now, it's different. She's propelled by an all-encompassing joy. Because she's alone, I can't abandon her. That's all the reason I need. Her eyes, her lips, her entire being is flushed with a bashful delight. Can she win? Don't do it. Would you lose? Can she survive? Will she be able to meet him again? That would be nice, she thinks. So she'll keep fighting for that possibility, for her own hopes and dreams. Never before has something like this driven her. It's not hatred or duty. Rather, it's the elation from being able to dedicate herself to him that propels the white figure across the night sky. I kind of wonder why we have lines across, like, on the sides now. Is it to show that we're in a different perspective? Be rare. I don't know if we've had that before. If we did, it's very rare.
私に返せるものはないけれど。
As thanks for the warmth burning in her chest. Oh, she's right in front of the moon. The Lunar Princess.
あなたの敵をやっつけるわ。
Her mind is made up. She will use whatever remains of her power to end things tonight. Oh, sorry. It's so nice. The memory remains branded on her heart. With a smile, she accepts those simple words, her reward for a journey of 1,000 years. I think it was actually like 800. Okay. So, onwards to the final battle, seemingly. So, are we in our perspective now, or still... There are no lines on the side, so I'm gonna assume it's us. Oh yeah, because it's a we, not I. And we are with Ciel at the moment. After bursting through the night-covered city, we arrive at the school. Despite having leaped from roof to roof with me in her arms, much like Arcueid has done before, Ciel doesn't seem to be out of breath in the slightest. Okay, yeah, she's tough, man. This is probably coming a little late, but she might just be as ridiculously overpowered as Arcueid. So, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know much about Ciel. I know that she's part of the church, and she has her own route, and We didn't see it in this route, but I learned it from Carnival Phantasm. She apparently really likes curry, and I don't really know much else. I know she got added to FGO in Japan, but I didn't really want to see too much because of spoilers, but from what I saw, I didn't really get spoiled on anything because I don't really understand what's happening. But yeah, I don't really know much about Ciel. How overpowered is she?
遠野くん、歩けますか？
歩けなくても歩きます。これからロアを殺しに行くんですから。
そうですね。
Yeah, yeah.
では、この先は自分の足でお願いします。
My job here is done. She lowers me to the ground. The school is wrapped in an eerie silence. Once I enter these grounds, neither Roa or I are walking out until one of us is dead. I take a deep breath and remove my glasses. Oh, snap, it's blue. A familiar pain courses through my brain. The sensation combined with my rigid body makes me want to scream out.
まずいですね。目覚めたばかりとはいえ、やはり月齢の影響を受けますか？
Oh, it's a full moon. Is that? I mean, that would also power Arcueid, but I guess because she's not super efficient at the moment and she's running on low, it might not be as efficient for her. So yeah, never mind. Ciel looks up at the sky with a grim look on her face. The moon illuminates the school in its silver blue glow. You know, one thing I'm kind of sad about the game ending is that they mentioned, like, you know, what was it, the school festival and whatnot, and it's something I knew that we weren't really gonna get to due to the limited number of days. They said it was gonna be in like a month, and well, every day is its own chapter and it's kind of slow, and usually these games will take place over a long period of time. I guess Witch on the Holy Night was a little bit of an exception since we had some time skips, but yeah, you know, I would have been really looking forward to that if they decided to include it.
まずいって何がです？
ロアの状態です。神祖は月齢によってその能力限度を上下させます。彼らは満月に近いほど力を増す。それは使徒であるロア本人も同じです。
Ah, yeah, sounds about right.
今夜のロアは限りなく不死身に近いでしょう。今の私の装備では殺しきれないかもしれません。
Excuse me, that's where I come in. That is really saying something, though. She's saying that on a different night, she'd be able to take him out. Damn, that means she is really strong. As close to immortal as can be, huh? Not like that makes a difference to me. As long as a potential death still exists, I can kill it no matter how hard it makes for me. No matter how hard he makes it for me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. You tried to kill Arcueid and that didn't work. But that was for the best. I just need to get close enough. Even if he guts me the next second, it won't matter if I can deliver his death in a single breath.
それにしても今夜は明るいですね。これじゃあ、闇に紛れて忍び込むのも難しいです。月の明るい夜は好きなんですけど、今日だけは別物ですね。
God damn it. I had to work overtime today. Oh, I couldn't just enjoy it. She sighs. Moonlight pierces the frozen blue night. A testimony of death of existence. A testimony to the death of existence. That one might even find beauty in. Sorry, I'm kind of messing up my words today because I didn't get much sleep.
そうかな。俺は月の明るい夜は嫌いです。
Oh, I was gonna say I wonder why, but then I remembered the intro scene where Shiki kind of... Wait, I still don't understand that intro scene, to be honest. Because I thought that was gonna be, you know, when he died, but no, it was something else. It was when his mother died. And now we know, like, you know, he's not Tohno people, so that must have been when... I guess he was adopted when both his parents were killed, but that was also a night that had a full moon. But that was... that is not something we know enough about. Huh, okay, I'll just keep going.
遠野くん。
Oh, I don't see any lines on the moon. The moon is invincible. There's an intense throb. Something grates within my brain.
太陽じゃなくて月の弱い明かりだと余計にはっきり見えるから。線をかき消すくらい強い日差しが本当の暗闇の方が気が楽だ。
Wow, they do really stand out. I really like the effect they have of it kind of like pulsing, like the lines are alive or something. Because it really mixes it up and makes it really, really cool. Oh, and he's right, they're very clear, but I don't understand why it's oscillating between red and blue. Or red and white. Light blue, whatever. Another throb. It scratches at the fringes of my reality.
ああ、今夜は特に狂いそうだ。
Too many
何もか
lines.
も死にやすそうで、まるで月の荒野にいるみたい。
Oh, what does that mean? But it's not necessarily bad news. It means that no matter what, I won't miss Roa's death. Oh man. Damn, but Shiki's like super weak at the moment.
ここでお別れです。
So is Ciel gonna help or is she going to bail?
ここから先は一人で行ってください。私は別行動をしますから。
I don't know whether her own business is just doing her own thing in trying to find a way to kill Roa or if it's gonna be something else. Like literally leaving and going with Mahoyo or someone.
別行動？先輩、何かするんですか？
ですね。私だってロアを処理するのが目的なんですよ。ただ、今代のロアは今までより強力なようですから、真正面から挑むことはしません。
I'll make sure to give you a proper burial if I find your body.
トーノ君とアルクエイドがロアに殺された後、その隙をついてロアを処断します。
That is cold. She's like, my plan is gonna be based on how fast you die. Ciel declares her strategy without a hint of shame. To be honest, her sincerity inspires more confidence than half-truths ever could.
わかりました。勝手ですけど、その時は後始末をよろしくお願いします。
To be fair, that is pretty logical, but it's cold, man.
はい。
We didn't get enough Ciel points this
仕
route.
事に市場を挟むのはここまでです。トーノ君は彼女のために戦うのでしょう。それと同じように、私にも自分なりの理由があるんです。ですから、これ以上あなたたちを助けることはできません。
はい。ありがとうございます、先輩。これでお別れかもしれないから言っておきますね。俺、先輩のことを好きでしたよ。先輩と有彦と3人でバカみたいな話をしてるのは楽しかった。
Oh, is she gonna blush? Oh, no, she's just gonna smile at us.
夢みたいでした。
Oh, that was really sweet. It really does show like how in another route, you know, he might have gotten much better with Ciel. It's just that because we didn't do enough, it was we never crossed that line. So yeah, he liked Ciel, but then Arcueid came in, now he likes Arcueid more. Fair, you know, that stuff does happen. And just like that, Ciel disappears like a bird fading into the night. Wait a second. Maybe I have a bad sense of time, especially with this visual novel, but didn't we already have a full moon before? Like, maybe... I feel like we already had a full moon before. Maybe I'm going crazy, but like, it's been a little bit over 14 days, I think. We're currently on day 13, but there are some days that like skipped a day or two. But that isn't enough for another moon cycle, right? I'm probably just imagining things. I'm sure the game has it like down pat. Well, here goes. I've also made up my mind. I pass through the main gate. It's still hard to walk. The school feels like it's miles away, though my body grows dizzier with every step. I whip myself into action, forcing my body to sprint towards the building. Okay. We don't see the lines anymore. Are we switching POVs? Oh, yeah. Okay. So we have the lines on the side when we're in a different POV. We rarely have that, so I wasn't sure. Ahead of Shiki Tohno, the executor has already entered the school. This is not an assault, but an infiltration. Naturally, this is far from her first time navigating enemy territory. For the Executor Ciel, exterminating vampires is a matter of duty, not of pride. To challenge an enemy directly is to invite suspicion of madness. Her body moves like a shadow. Her stealth surpasses mere silence, as if there's no trace of her at all to the outside world. No scent, no body heat, not even a heartbeat. Nothing. As of now, she won't even permit herself to think. There are vampires capable of noticing intruders with a second a thought crosses their mind. It's uncertain whether Mahoyo Valdemjong has cultivated such an ability, but the true ancestor no doubt possesses at least this level of spatial dominion. And if Arcueid discovers that Ciel has entered the space, that information will be relayed to Roa, engaged in battle with her. In other words, the slightest thought would ruin her chance at an ambush. That's a good point. So in order to avoid such an outcome, Ciel has transformed herself into a puppet. A puppet only performs the commands that has been given, does not think. It is, oh wow. She has the ability to do that? She can essentially give commands to her own body and have it act out so that she can be thoughtless while doing so. That's actually kind of weird, but sure. It does not think. It is unmoved by outside factors. Unthinkingly, the Executor moves towards a location in Roa's blind spot where she might deliver certain death. She has apprised herself of her surroundings through magecraft. So I don't know what magic Ciel is familiar with. The only magic that she's shown, well, other than being really, really good with blades and having superhuman, physical abilities, the only magic we know she has is like memory stuff because she erased her from everyone's memories. But I guess she has barrier and puppet stuff, I guess. Roa has deployed a myriad of magical formulae throughout the gymnasium where he waits. So he's in the gym, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Arcueid is moving to meet him through the corridor which connects the gym with the main building. I do kind of wonder where he stays like during the day though. That is never explicitly told. Oh, the concrete surface is growing more scorched by the second. Oh, they're already in battle. This is Roa's I don't know how to say that. I've never used that in a sentence. I'm gonna say odd. Accumulated until this very moment. Sparky powers, contending with Arcueid's own magical energy. If Ciel were conscious, she might have likened it to a powder keg. Oh god. A concentration of magical energy so dense that it sparks, ready to blow at the slightest provocation, eradicating intruders and all. Oh, we're gonna see the fight? Ooh, that's a cool shot, showing that she's looking out, like outside the window, looking in. Maybe we'll even see Arcueid and Roa clash here in either I think the foreground, yeah, or even the background. I don't know where Ciel is in this, frame. Will Shiki Tohno be able to pass through here? Such thoughts did not cross her mind. The killing machine simply heads from courtyard to the roof. Even Roa himself could not wake her up now. But then... Oh, what is that? I'm trying to find a face, but all I see are like a bunch of arms, a bunch of tails, is it? And something in the middle, which just seems like leaves of skin. Oh, that is weird. She sees it. Okay, huh. Okay, so those look like the kind of beings that attacked Arcueid in that one, was it garage or parking lot that night where we saw like this weird spider superhuman like muscular thing. And like originally, because it looked like a spider, I thought it might have been related to Dr. Arak because she clearly knows supernatural stuff. But I guess maybe it does belong to Michael, or Roa, whatever, unless they're working together, which honestly we haven't seen any proof of that yet. So maybe that other being was just Michael's. I guess so. Maybe I'm jumping the gun and saying that they're related. Maybe they aren't related at all. Like a fatal omen, something makes her question her own eyes. It clings to the wall unnaturally. Not even Ciel, with her vast history of vanquished dead apostles and monsters alike, has heard of such an aberration, let alone seen it. It is a spider thing. Its skin is tough yet supple, like leather or tree bark. Its abdomen is grossly distended. 6 legs sprout from its gut. Yeah, like what the fuck? So it is a spider. Is Dr. Arok working with Roa? Oh wait. Wait. So Roa's still alive. Or sorry, Shiki was still alive. Was Dr. the Rock the one who brought him back? Because she is familiar with like the whatever blood they have, the inhuman blood, since she does like the checkups with Makihisa and Akiha. Oh wait, that feels like it could make sense actually. Maybe Makihisa didn't kill Shiki, or maybe he decides. Yeah, maybe he didn't kill him, or maybe he killed him and Dr. Rock brought him back, or maybe he didn't kill him, kind of put him in like the basement or something, and Dr. Rock, found him and like brought him back. I don't know. It's just like how Shiki Roa ended up living through the stuff that happened years ago is still like a question in my mind that I don't really know the answer to. And once again, if they were working, I'm making the assumption that Dr. Rock is responsible for these things, but it's a spider. Her name is Arok. So it's possible they could be working together actually. Oh man, that doctor is very sus, so I'm not too surprised. 6 legs sprout from its guts. A mass of claws or fangs grow from its shoulder, large enough to belong to a dinosaur. Its lower body resembles that of a spider. Its upper body is almost human. The 8 eyes that dot its face are unmistakably arachnoid. Yet strangest of all. Oh god, it's green! A muddled awareness oozes from the aberration, one that is neither murderous nor hostile. She has faced bloodlust potent enough to foretell her doom. She has faced hostility electric enough to cover her entire flesh in goosebumps. But that is not what she senses now. This creature defies analysis. It exists in none of the church's records. Of that much she is certain. This being's origins lie outside the realm of man's understanding. Something about it brings to mind a painting by a renowned artist. Van Gogh? Van Gogh has some really weird stuff. Of a dark, strikingly blue city beneath the swirling moon and stars. I think it is Van Gogh, yeah! I forgot what the name of that piece is, but it's very famous. It almost seems to inhabit a separate dimension. Oh no, she's beginning to think, which will expose her. Without realizing, Ciel begins to breathe again. All thoughts of Roa, Shiki, and Arcueid are erased from her empty mind. What remains is primal fear. Wow. This thing is enough to set her off that much, which means that she might be more afraid of this than Roa. A trace of humanity from a time before she was an executor, when she was just a little girl, ignorant of the monsters and creatures of the night. In other words, she is filled with an undeniable aversion to the hideous thing before her. Oh Jesus! The entire school distorts and shakes. It'd be kind of funny if like there was just an explosion right next to the spider and just fucking kills it. Whoops, my bad. Boom! The amassed magical energy in the air is causing a chain reaction, warping the steel foundation of the school building. It wasn't caused by this aberration. It's a sign that the fight between Roa and Arcueid has begun.
Shima!
It was only a few seconds, but it was a fatal error nonetheless. Realizing that she has lost her chance to ambush Roa, Ciel immediately redirects her attention to the threat at hand. What is it doing? Is it charging? Whoa, it's teleported. The monster, neither insect nor beast, is nearly 3 meters tall, yet it glides across the walls with ease. It is entirely unaffected by the shaking of the building. From 8 meters away, the monster brandishes its grotesque arms. Whoa! Vibe check! They extend like whips. They close in on her, but Ciel calms as she catches the familiar scent of a dead apostle from each of them. Oh, it's a dead apostle. Is it like amalgamation?
新種のグールなんですね。
Roa must have placed it here to prevent her from interfering. Viewed in such a light, nothing about this is shocking. Ciel observes the physiological makeup of the ghoul from below. Its entire form is a mass of lethal weaponry, but there are 2 points which demand attention. The face! The cluster of fangs protruding from its shoulders and that massive left arm. Yeah, that left arm is so big that it's like the size of the other 6 arms on the other side. Those fangs are not made for close combat. No, without a doubt. Oh, they're freaking missiles. They're quite the opposite. They're missiles made to hunt prey from far away. A direct hit from a high velocity mass like that would splinter a human into 1,000 pieces. And if it maintains the high ground, she'll be a sitting duck. I have the high ground! In one breath, she slips past a wave of whistling projectiles, leaping up to the roof. The massive ghoul clambers onto the rooftop to cut off the executor's escape. The 6 legs allow it to glide across the ground just as easily as it scaled up the wall.
サイズの割には素早いようですが。
It's fast! It's fast! Ciel views it from every move, formulating her plan of attack. The giant ghoul is akin to mobile artillery. Its primary armaments comprise those elastic arms and the row of fangs on its shoulder, which have already regrown. Wow. It just reloaded. A variable form specialized in long-distance warfare. But that isn't to say it's ill-equipped for close combat. Were she to get too close, its left arm would almost certainly smash through her defenses.
もっとも。
Oh, damn, this is kind of cool. That is, if it manages to hit her. Objectively, that ghoul's massive left arm is at odds with the rest of its body. The mismatched proportions ruins its balance, undoubtedly marring the creature's maneuverability. Had its arms been closer to the shape and size, it could have acted more as a more stable mobile turret, or even pressured Ciel from a distance. Woohoo! It assails her once more with its whip-like arms. Evading by the skin of her teeth, the executor weaves her way towards her enemy. She is no longer plagued by fear that tingled at her spine. Though her foe remains an unknown entity, she has ascertained its strength and abilities. Even if it is a type of ghoul that never before encountered, it should pose no threat to her. The ability exhibits are not enough to kill her. Ciel is fully convinced that she can cull it with her current equipment. Uh-oh. When the narrator starts talking like that, something bad's gonna happen. But there's one issue, it's...
時間。
Though she does not know the enemy, she knows that its power is on par with that of a greater dead apostle, which means that executing it once or twice will not be enough. Oh, so they're saying like, yeah, she's not going to be able to help Roa. This thing's going to keep her at bay. She's stronger than this thing, but it's definitely going to buy some time for Roa. The question is how much she must kill it before it stops regenerating.
10分。それ以上は使えない。
Oh, X! Take all the X's. The Executor's magecraft burns the ghoul. She has firepowers. More missiles, although struck enough by lightning to kill an elephant. Oh, it's lightning, my bad. The ghoul leaps backwards and launches its counter-assault. The Executor grits her teeth. This monster is far more resilient than she anticipated. Some time remains until she will fell her foe. She has no way of knowing that how that slight interval will affect the night's conclusion. She's gonna be fighting in the background. Now we're gonna go back to Shiki. Or Arcueid. Maybe Arcueid actually, since she's in the middle of the fight. Nope. Shiki it is. We got the lines. Damn, wait, there's blood. No, there's no blood. It's all just claw marks, it seems. From, you know, our residential beauty. The school is a mess. Everywhere I look, steel and concrete have been gouged. It's like, oh my god, this is music. It's like a miniature typhoon passed through before ascending upwards. As fast as Ciel was in traversing the city, she couldn't keep up with Arcueid. The battle between Arcueid and Roa must already be underway. I run through the corridors. Alien sounds of destruction ring through the building. A burning smell lingers in the air. My fingernails dig deep into my left palm, pulling back my consciousness, which slips further away with every step. The painful sting keeps me grounded enough to press forward. It doesn't matter if my nails flay in my left hand. As long as my right hand can still wield a knife, I'll be okay. Damn, he's really crippled now. It's a good thing he only needs one hit. I pass through the hallway and run up the stairs. The sound is close now. I'm all but certain that it's coming from the 3rd floor. Just a little further. If I can catch up with her, we'll stand a chance. She knows what my eyes can do. She's the type to stay calm and rational during a fight. Once she knows I'm here, she'll know how to put me to good use. She can handle the defense while I go on the attack, just like when we fought Glow. She just needs to hold off Roa, and I'll do the rest. No matter what happens or how reckless the plan is, I'll cut a way through. I don't know if that's the case anymore. It's just that it's been shown that Arcueid cares so much about Shiki now, and I think the moment she sees him, she's gonna panic. But on the other hand, if Roa sees Shiki, he's probably also gonna panic because he thought that he killed him. So I guess it kind of works both ways. She just needs to hold on. Oh, it's a different version of this song. I didn't realize. Oh, that's so cool. It has the leitmotifs. I arrive on the 3rd floor. The deep gashes in the walls stretch down the hallway, all the way to the passage that connects the school buildings. Fuck! Forcing my stumbling feet to pick up the pace, I made a dash for the corridor. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this is one of the themes I would play when it got kind of creepy, but at nighttime too. I reach the part where the hallway turns into the connecting passage. Finally, I've made it to the final battleground. There they are, in the corridor's center. I don't see them, Ishiki. 2 figures, keeping a careful distance. At the far end, at one corner, I spy Roa, smug and in his element. On the other, oh god. Listen, oh yeah, they have her backwards because it would make sense that it wouldn't be equidistant. Closer to me in the corridor's center, I see Arcueid kneeling on the floor, her breath in disarray. What is this? That's not the Arcueid I know. Her body appears woven in with dark threads. She's weak. Oh, it just occurred to me. It's a full moon, but she's full of lines. Oh, because last time we saw her at nighttime, she was invulnerable, even when she was weaker. That means she's really at her limit, like she's been saying. Not a shadow remains of the beautiful moonlit flower I saw in the hotel.
Arcueid!
I run for her, not even taking a second to concern myself with Roa. This hallway might be laced with traps, but all that matters is that I get to her as fast as possible. However, before I can reach her... Oh! She's going this way now, okay. She is, I don't know what this form is called. A spark cracks through the air. Still kneeling, Arcueid assaults me with a terrible glare. Actually, I've heard a term before. It might have also been from Type Lumina, which is, I keep referencing it despite the fact that I've never actually opened it. I think there's something called a red Arcueid. Is this red Arcueid? Is there a berserk Arcueid? I know there's a funny vamp because someone described it to me in the comments, but I don't know. Is this red Arcueid? Oh, she used it on Shiki. I can't move. It's like my entire body is turned to stone the instant I met her gaze. Oh, we were gonna take that hit. Roa sounds delighted by the circumstances. This mockery isn't intended for me, but for Arcueid, who's still on the ground. Why would Arcueid use those against me? Why, damn it? Why now after I finally caught up to her? Yeah, she wants to keep it a one-on-one. She doesn't want to involve Shiki because if Shiki joins, he'll most definitely die. Arcueid refuses to meet my eyes, instead turning back to Roa. She doesn't speak. She has nothing to say to me. Her pained gaze is reserved only for her greatest enemy. I can't even raise my voice. Her mystic eyes aren't to blame for that part. Despite coming this far, this frustration at my own helplessness is extinguishing the fire that somehow kept my body moving.
いいぞようやく覚悟を決めたな姫君
This face like, oh!
まったくもって静寂だ何しろもう後がないここで私を仕留めなければ無残な死体は2つになるからなそれが嫌だ最後の誇りを見せるんだよ
Turns to mist, like some vampire stuff. Roa approaches Arcueid slowly, one unbothered step at a time. His shoulders, his abdomen, and his limbs are warped and torn with every step he takes. And he's back. But never for more than a moment. His body recovers almost instantly, and not once does the damage break his stride.
しかし大したものだ少年姫君はお前を逃がすために私と差し違えることにしたらしいだがかつての姫君なら恐ろしくもあった今の君はただの吸血鬼神祖としての力も十全に発揮できない悲しい胸を裂くように悲しいそして醜いそこまでの無様を晒すのならいっそ欲望のままに落ちていればよかったもの
黙れ
Well, it doesn't seem like this is doing much. Arcueid's voice rings through the corridor.
一時的な物理現象の書き換え自然現象空間にある熱量の自由操作神祖が持つ星の触覚としての当然の権利
Those do seem like quite the broken kit. Unfortunately, we haven't really seen her use that too much because she's always been severely nerfed the entire time we meet her.
まさに創造の権能だいかな魔術を極めようと人間ではお前たちには遠く及ばないしかし同時にお前たちも人間には直接干渉することはできない繁栄し学習し独立し知恵ある猿として進化した人間はもうこの星とは違う分類だからできることといえばこうして真空を作り上げ私にあてがうことぐらい
God damn this mist!
だがこれでは足りない加えて今の私はお前より優れている私にあってお前にはないものがあるから
Arcueid has stopped breathing. Peril cloaks her very being, but she's abandoning all of herself in a bid to gather strength.
わかるだろうそう死の実体験
Oh, he's gonna be like, I can see these lines now.
私はそれを知っているがお前は知らないそれが私たちの決定的な差生きている限り生物は死を体験し得ないそれを知りうる転生者たるこの私だけの特権だ
That does kind of make sense, actually. Yeah, he's literally experienced death, like, what was it, like 17 times? So, if there's anyone that, you know, should be able to have the mystic eyes, it would be him, but he still has a different set of eyes than Shiki. She's slowly walking forward. The darkness writhing around Arcueid grows more pronounced. I have to stop her, even if it means grabbing her and slapping her cheek. I have to stop her. If I don't, then...
人は未知を本能的に恐れる生物それは超越者である神祖であろうと変わらないしかし いかに神秘を学ぼうとどれほど長寿の生物がいようと無に帰る罪、本質的な死を体験することはできない。お前たちは死を拒むことでその強大な力を得るんだ。同時に弱さを持つ。死を避ける貴様と死を受け入れた私、それがアルクエイド・ブリュンスタット、ミハイル・ロア・バルダムヨンの質の違いだ。
That is technically true. Instead of trying to find a way to extend his life, he just made it so that he got a new one. Oh yeah.
私は今も人として人の時代に生きている。時代から外れた亡霊に過ぎぬお前に私を罰する権利はない。
By interacting with the world and also having the memories of all of his hosts, he's able to simulate with the modern times, no matter what time period it is. What's that? Wait, what? It looks like the inside of like a castle? A crisp sound cuts through the hallway. The corridor's windows are being coated, overwritten by something else. Can Roa not see it? This enormous swell of power that not even death can penetrate?
それでも私に挑むというのなら止めはしない。
Yeah, you can see like the arches and everything.
身をもって千年の代償を受けるがいい。その後はそうだな。やはりこの体の目的をゆっくり果たすとしよう。
He's like, I can kill him again, yay! His mouth twists into a smile. A crescent moon of malice. Roa finally turns his gaze towards me. Those eyes foretell the delight he'll take in killing me, and sating the grudge of his flesh, of Shiki. Ooh, that's gonna set her
つま
off.
らない。交渉はそれで終わりか。
Is she about to use her noble phantasm? Hmm? She no longer has a lines on her. Does that mean she's recovered? Arcueid's surroundings are transfigured, as though she were recalling the planet's way of being, its atomic structure etched deeply in its atmospheric memory.
確かに、私は堕落した。
But that doesn't matter. It isn't worthy of regret. She draws in a breath as though she were seeking to devour it.
消えろ。お前に私の指揮は殺させない。
My Shiki. The world shifts, so he's bounded at the moment. So that goes through his fog form, I guess? It takes on an appearance I've seen before. It takes on an appearance I've ever seen before. Is that supposed to be never, or has he seen it before? Even outside of her universe, my body is constricted by an intense, unseeable pressure. I can't begin to imagine how horrifying it must be for Roa, locked in its confines. Ah, the cube. The 2x2 Rubik's Cube.
魔術基盤がエーテルが待て、これでは魔術が成立しない。魔力枯渇どころではない。秩序そのものが未完成だ。
He's like, that's cheating.
これでは
These are
まさ
hacks.
に
Arcueid solemnly raises her hand. My throat refuses to cooperate. Every part of me wants to scream that this is wrong. Sure, this will kill Roa, but at the same time, it'll be all over. She'll lose what little still remains inside of her. I know this all too well, but I can't produce a single sound.
そうか、これが天体をなすもん。私のパンティオン、私を堕落させた原初の位置。祝福あれ、祝福あれ。
He's smiling. So like at this point, will this actually kill him? I mean, like, you know, or will it stop him from reincarnating? He'll just come back while Arcueid's going to be out of the count in the future, right?
間違ってはいなかった。私の理論は 間違ってはいなかったの
So his
だ
face while it's rotating, like going back and forth, like "Ah!" Oh, she trapped him in the box. I thought it was gonna be a reality marble, but no, it turned him into a marble. The vampire trapped within a pit of suffering cries out in joy. Oh my god. Is he? I'm assuming he's small and she's not giant, even though that is a well-known fetish of Nasu. And with disgust emanating from her every movement. Damn. The woman in white expunges him like she were swatting a fly. I don't actually remember this from the manga. It's been so long. When I open my eyes, Roa is no more. He was distorted, severed, and finally compressed. The corridor has returned to its former reality. It seemed that its phantasmal state was only momentary. The passage is still the same as it ever was. Only Roa's feet remain. Only his feet? Is he gonna regenerate from the feet? Huh, I wonder. And yet, the battle could never end so easily.
まさしく魔の王
Yeah.
人知まだ及ばぬ空を覆う天外よ
I think he is. The feet are still standing too. The feet move. A wet sound echoes through the corridor as they wad across the sea of blood. And then a revolting process unfolds. Damn, he reconstructed his pants too. With every step, Roa is rebuilt. Ankle, thigh, back, his other leg sprouts forth, followed by his torso, then his arms. Damn, that is actually super freaky looking.
だが魔術の師その見業に負けてはいない
Damn, look at that. That's gnarly as hell.
術者が滅びようと発動する自動映射近年において完成の勢い
Ah. My voice fails to reach her. Still kneeling on the floor, Arcueid can't even lift her head anymore.
無意味だ初めから無意味だあなた800年前から無意味だなぜ私にとって肉体の死など通過できない
That's what I was saying. Like, he's not gonna die. And even now, he's like regenerating. But if he didn't regenerate, he'd just go into a different being.
仮にこの場でこの肉体が死滅し
Yeah.
ロアはまた人の世に帰って死ぬ私こそ完全なる不老不死私は知って死ぬあの闇を10回くぐり抜けたあの虚無を
And he's back. And this is real bad for us.
危ない危ないやはり今夜を選んでおいて正解だったな満月でなく足首からの蘇生などできはしない
God damn it. Arcueid, you couldn't wait a few
そ
days.
して姫君お前はこの傷からは蘇生はできない私に都合そこにいる男と同じ能力だから
Oh yeah, he thinks he has the same mystic eyes. I can't move. I call out to her, but I'm too late. Roa, whole once more, slices through her stomach. Oh no. It's effortless, like cutting a line. There's no tearing of flesh, no spilling of blood. She falls and remains completely motionless on the cold floor.
これが死を体験した末に得た力だ
I wonder how Roa found out that Shiki has the mystic eyes too. Okay, actually no, it does make sense. They've been killing a lot of his beings, so he probably realized that Shiki is cutting all these lines.
皮肉な話だが 私自身もこれの使い道はわからなかった。サンプルとして享受してくれたのは彼でね。何？コツさえつかめばどうということはない。幾度死を見てきた私にとって、物の死を読むことはそう難しくはないことだ。
It was he who instructed me. Is he referring to the other Shiki? And like the other Shiki was able to comprehend these lines while Roa was like, I don't really get these. But after seeing him use them, he's like, oh, it kind of makes sense now. Arrogantly boasting of his achievements, Roa kicks Arcueid in the side. The air crackles on impact, and she's sent flying my way.
Arcueid!
I can move. The effect of her mystic eyes must have worn off, meaning Arcueid's power is now completely spent. Shaking away the thought, I pull her into my arms. The instant I do, I'm met with a horrid revelation. Her body is unbelievably cold. What little heat remains feels like a flickering of a dying candle. I put my glasses back on out of instinctive fear. Roa's still here, right in front of us, but I don't care. All that matters to me now is saving Arcueid.
Arcueid!
Aww. So her eyes are still open, at least. I call for her. She opens her eyes slowly, as if stirred from a deep slumber.
かっこ悪いとこ見せちゃった。
No, you were cool, man. You were really cool. Honestly, I wish you kind of used that on Vlov, but it's a little bit too late on that. She smiles at me. It's a faint smile with a brightness that feels stitched together. Actually, no, she couldn't use it because she was too weak, because we decided to do it that night instead of recovering for 3 days.
何バカなこと言ってるんだ、お前。どうしてこんな。
My voice can barely make a sound. I wish I had the right words. I wish I knew what to say, but something's wrong with me. I can't even think right now. Arcueid's body is frigid in my arms, horrifyingly so. If I weren't wearing my glasses, I undoubtedly would be witnessing something even more horrifying. And I really, really don't want to see that.
どうして。
All my mouth can form is repetitive nonsense. My frustration at myself reaches a peak, and I pull Arcueid close, more tightly than ever before. But that won't put strength back into her veins. Not a sliver of energy remains within her. The only thing left is a contented smile on her face.
嘘だ。
This can't be happening.
どうしてこんな。どうして一人でこんなことするんだよ。俺たちは仲間だろ。協力するって。最後まで助けてやるって。
Oh crap. No, I can't. I gotta play that.
最後まで助けてやるって。ちゃんと言ったのに。
Just that little bit.
そっか。そういえばそうだったね。
Yeah, I did. I did that night and you just said bye.
なんか忘れちゃった。
It was 2 days ago. Actually,
忘れるなよ、
2
そんな
days
こと。
ago. Technically yesterday, actually. Yesterday morning.
これじゃ俺は最低じゃないか。お前を助けるって言ったのに。ちゃんと助けるって言ったのに。
そんなことないよ、シキ。私あなたにいっぱい助けてもらったもの。だから助けてもらうのはもういいんだ。
She coughs weakly. Blood drips from the corner of her pained smile.
だからお礼にこれぐらいはしなくちゃって。
Oh man. This is like, I remember reading a book. It's actually one of my favorite light novels that never got adapted into any other media. I think the book was called The Empty Box in the Zeroth Miria, and at one point it explored this one couple, these two people that were so obsessively in love with each other that they kept hurting themselves in the process of protecting the other one, and it ended up making for like this unusually sweet but also kind of toxic relationship because they would constantly be in pain. Oh man, I really like that light novel, at least growing up. It's a little bit edgy, but like man, it really made me feel.
ちょっと無理しちゃったけど、最後にロアから四季を守れて。
Oh no, the light from her eyes are going away. My breath catches. Arcueid can no longer see. She doesn't know about her wounds, or even that Roa is still alive. Her time stopped before that. From the moment she struck that final blow, that was the end for her. Oh my god, she literally put everything in that one shot that everything that happened afterwards didn't even register. Oh my god. So she thinks she succeeded. Stop. Please, stop. I can't say a word. My throat is stuck and refuses to move. But I can't bear to rouse her from her dream.
ありがとう。
Aww.
助かっ
Oh, she's gonna close her eyes now. I'm losing my mind. I can barely force the lie out of my throat. The color is fading from her eyes. Her body temperature is fading to nothing. Oh, she closes her eyes. I'm losing her. I'm gonna lose her forever.
アルクエイド。
に。
俺の血を飲め。
Oh.
そうすれば力が戻るんだろ。お前は。
Without a second thought, I shout my wish aloud. Is that better? I think at this point, that is better than her dying. I mean, if he feeds her his blood, she'll probably recover, regain. I don't know if she'll regain a lot of her strength, but at the very least enough to survive. But then she'll have to stay away from society forever because she'll feel impulses to drink blood. So she basically won't ever see Shiki again, or the rest of the world. But if she continues like this, then she's not going to see the rest of the world regardless because she's going to die. Arcueid doesn't reply. She just shakes her head faintly. So faintly, I almost miss it.
なんでまだ怖いとか言ってるのか。いいからよく聞けよ。前に言ってたよな。もしも鳥や魚に自分と同じぐらいの知性があったら食べられるかって。俺は食うぞ。食わなきゃ生きていけないからな。生きるために奪うことは自然界じゃ当たり前のことなんだろ。
That's what you told me. So why? Why are you shaking your head with such pity in your eyes?
私、もしもの話って好きじゃん。
Bullshit! You said you liked them earlier. She flatly refuses me. And the words she used were my own. Damn it. You told me you liked what ifs. You said that you felt like there was salvation to be found in them.
そう。
Oh, he's using her words. Ah!
俺は好きだぞ。たとえ詭弁っぽくてもさ。
He doesn't have the right words for it. He's like, philosophical crap.
それなりにどこか救いがあるような気が。
A salvation you can find in them, I want to say. But I can't. My throat is trembling too much. I can hardly make a sound.
そうだったね。けど、今はそれよりもっと欲しいものがあるんだ。
By now, I'm just imagining Roa's like, we're in a classroom. Be right back. Let me get a chair for this. You guys take your time.
欲しいもの。いい。何でもしてやるから。言ってみろよ。
He's gonna tell him to say that. Oh, kiss.
シ
Never
キ
mind.
にね、キスして。
I thought it was gonna be like, tell me you love me. What the hell? Are you really okay with something so simple? Oh, I think Shiki is going to maybe bite his lip or something to make it so that he bleeds, and when they kiss, she's going to have some of his blood. I bring my lips against hers. Is neither as sweet nor as soft as it was once upon a time. All it is her cold lip against mine. A kiss without warmth. But she smiles so happily, so honestly, once we're done.
よかった。憧れてたから、こういうの。
You did that two nights ago.
そっか。変なものに憧れてたんだな。お前。
うん。なんだか嬉しい。たったそれだけのことなのに、すごく気持ちよかった。
Then don't.
このまま消えてなくなってもいいかなって思えちゃった。
She softly utters those words. And with that, every bit of warmth leaves. No reply. Though her body is right there. Though I still feel her softness in my embrace. I can still recall her voice as clear as day. But it's gone. I won't ever hear it again. Oh, the screen's going black. What the hell did I do? I want to make her happy. I want to show her so many things. I want to take her to so many places. I want to be together with her forever. And now that wish will never be granted. Damn it. How could she? She passed away abruptly without giving me a chance to say anything thoughtful. I'll never be able to forget this. Her death. This awful, quiet feeling that threatens to drive me insane. There's still that little bit of blue on the screen, actually. For as long as I live, I will carry them with me. I'm not gonna say anything. Not yet. Footsteps. The man who observed us has resumed his approach.
終わったかね?
He's like, man, that was like 10 minutes, bro. I gently lower what remains of the pale flower in my arms.
終わっちまった。
I lift my head to face her enemy. I'm surprised he's not surprised that we're still alive. He just kind of rolled with this. Like, oh, I get to kill him again. Oh, the moon. We face off in this moonlit corridor. Roa doesn't move. The fact that he saw fit to simply watch in silence is the proof of his revolting confidence. Yeah.
しかし、生きていたのは予想の外だったよ。
Roa speaks at me as if nothing happened. I take off my glasses and draw my knife.
死が見える人間というものは死から逃れる術に長けているということか。生命力の強い弱いの問題ではなく、まあ往生際が悪いとも言うがね。
We're both living peaceful, or we're both living pieces of filth. I thought it said we're both living peaceful lives. And I was like, wait, that's totally not what it said. We failed to die when we were supposed to, and we've been half dead since.
死から帰ってきた者は死というものを理解できる。私と君はその中でもさらに特別な能力があったケースだ。私はこの極点に到達するまで16回もの死を体験してきたが、そちらはただの一度だけか。
Some people are just built different.
正直才能の違いだろうな。もしその体に転生していたらどれほどの異能になったのか興味深くはある。
I wonder if there are any instances in the other end. Nah. No, Shiki is not like of Tohno blood. So I think Roa would have always gone into the original Shiki, not us. Yeah, I was wondering like maybe if like in some other ending or something he goes into our Shiki instead of the other Shiki, but nah, I don't think that happens because originally this was a visual novel and they had like a bunch of endings, but it all started with our Shiki going to high school, I believe. So like it all branched from there instead of much earlier. He's so goddamn conceited. His smug voice grates on my ears, summoning another headache.
2つ聞くことがあって、1つだけ教えてやることがある。
Despite this headache filling up my cranium, I demand one final conversation with him.
ほう、いいだろう。言ってみたまえ。
He's like, I lost my greatest source of entertainment. I'll let you go. I mean, I'll let you speak. His demeanor is one of absolute confidence, of a man who considers himself every bit my superior. This whole situation amuses him, which is good. The more he acts as though he's a person, a creature with an intellect and a mind, the more I remember my rage. A scornful smile graced my lips now that I no longer have to adhere to it.
1つ目に聞くことが一番大事なんだけどさ。お前、なんでアルクエイドを殺した？
I mean, Arcueid's been killing him for so many times that I can't really blame him for that. I mean, he's still, you know, a POS, but if someone keeps killing you, you think, you know, I'm gonna kill them.
なぜもあるまい。自分の命が狙われているんだ。殺し返すのは当然だろう。もっとも、私が欲しかったものは弱りきった姫君ではなかったが、今回の私なら最高の状態に仕上げた彼女を解体できた。
Oh,
だという。
Nah, from
そ
what
の機会は失われた。
from what I heard about Arcueid, nah, she's broken. There's no way.
一回の吸血鬼と変わらぬ神素で手に入れても意味はない。よって価値がないと判断し始末をつけた。こんな結果に終わったのは私にとっても残念だよ。
His lips are curled into a grin. My head hurts. Every muscle in me wants to move to stop him from breathing. I can't stand the thought of him living even a second longer.
さて、
That's it.
それでこの後はどうする？
Second question.
まさかその体で私とやり合おうという腹でもあるまい。無様な抵抗ほど冷めるものはないぞ、殺人鬼。
He's telling me what I already know. I'll have you know, I haven't actually killed anyone yet because I keep failing. Oh, no, I killed Roa. My dizziness overtakes me, and I drop to my knees. I no longer possess the strength to stand up straight, but something draws my eyes.
よせよせ。いくら私の死を見たところで触れられなければ意味はないし、その繊維は間違えている。
Something draws his eyes? Maybe the lines. Is he gonna cut the floor and cause this building to collapse? I don't think that's gonna kill him though.
間違えている。
Might give him an opening though.
そうだ。 君は私の敵にはなり得ない。性能の差を言っているのではない。殺害が可能か不可能かの例えでもない。君にはある一点において私を敵にする心理が欠けている。
That is bullshit. It's the first time his words have carried anything of value. Nothing he's ever said or ever will say was worth committing to memory, but just now, it feels like his words contain a vital truth. Oh, no, what? No, kill him!
私は君の能力を高く買っている。どうも式としての人格は消えつつあるらしい。当の式への恨みを晴らした以上、今の私は式寄りではなくロア寄りということか。
He approaches, with every footstep, as if the contours of his form fade away. Is it an illusion? It must be. Reality couldn't just melt away like this. So it must be my vision that's fading. Oh, he's like, oh crap, I'm going under. Rage and loathing towards him. Rage and loathing towards myself. My emotions mix, bubble and boil, rattling the lid that just barely keeps him contained. Whoa, is that the window with the lines, or is that just death aura emanating from Shiki? Wait, what? Wait, was that night, the day when, like 7 years ago? Like the image of like the sky with the trees blocking it? I think that was. Let me go back, like... Actually, no, it's not worth going back. Yeah, somewhere beyond my rational thought, the cicada's cry of summer beckon. Yeah, I think it was. From this hollow shell I call a self, something gushes outward, something that must not be defined. Ah, typo, there should be a space between the period and the something.
この力は素晴らしいだろう、式。喜んでいい。直視の魔眼を所持できる者は私たちぐらいのものだ。その希少能力をなくしてしまうのは惜しく、何より我々は同じもの。誰よりも互いを理解できるだろう。
Yeah, we are the only ones with this. No one else. Absolutely no one else.
パートナーとしてこれほど心強い者はいまい。
仲間になれと言っているのか。
まさか仲間にしてやるんだよ、この私がな。君の意志なぞ知らない。そんな不純物はここで消す。
Is he planning to turn him into a vampire instead of killing him, despite the fact that he is part Shiki?
安心しろ。その血を吸い上げ、魂まで略奪した後、私が君を何のためらいもなく死を行使できる存在に仕立て上げよ
う。The distance between us doesn't matter. As long as he's in front of me, it'll be fine. As long as I'm still alive, it'll be fine.
あと一つ。お前に見えているものは生き物だけの話だな。
Oh, is that gonna intrigue him? Like, wait, what do you mean by that?
当然だろう。生物でなければ命はない。命の源である箇所は生き物にしかありえない。
I mean, that logically makes sense. But yeah, that means that he can only see the lines on, well, at the moment, on me, because Arcueid's quote-unquote dead. That means he can't see the lines on the ceiling, the floor, etc. So if Shiki cuts the ground and breaks it, he won't notice. Or he will be surprised by that.
ガテンが言ったよ、吸血鬼。
Let me show you something. I squeeze my knife in my hand. All of me freezes over from the extremities to my heart. My brain knows only agony. But it isn't enough. It's not anywhere near enough. I go further. There's no cause for hesitation. The woman who would have rebuked me has already left this world.
腑に落ちんな。最後の言葉にしては不相応だ。
It's kind of funny because the first time Shiki utilized the lines of death was on a bed. So something that wasn't living. So it's kind of interesting how this change in perspective shows how killable this dude is, or rather how different they are in terms of their power.
まあいい。おしゃべりは終わりにしよう。どこぞに隠れている教会の女の始末もある。
Oh yeah, she was still here.
喜べよしき。私のしもべにした後の最初の相手は。
Oh, that's fucked up.
頼りにしているあの女だ。
Chiki's gonna be like, I told you I'd show you something, right? That's the kind of provocation I was waiting for. I'll give him exactly what he wants. Oh, if I wait a little, I can see Shiki's eyes. Kind of, not really. No morality, sensibility remains. I can't recall any prospects forms. The flesh that forms... Wait, why are we getting a lot of slashes now? The flesh that formed my being has rotted away. That which claims to be me is now lost. So are we gonna get murder Shiki now? Like the one where he's like super locked in? I don't know. Oh, what it means to be human anymore. Oh god, he's gonna be different. Oh. What is it? Chimera Shadow Garden? He's like, what? Nani? The man halts suddenly, his face frozen. Did he just imprint lines on him? His body, which has lost its basis for living, is still as an unborn fetus. Wait, what do you do? Did he just imprint lines of death on him? He's like, I don't see enough. All of them. His world is unchanged. He experiences no shortcomings. What is showing him being cut, but he's not cut yet. There's nothing he could have sensed. Nothing that could have offered some threat. But that's the precise source of terror in his eyes. He's just calling him vampire now. Oh man, I love how you used it as like a kind of term for endearment for Arcueid, but now it's like completely derogatory. My body feels like it's set ablaze. My brain is white hot. Super hot. Alright, I completely forgot about that. Because, like, just because you're immortal doesn't mean you can't go insane. And if he's been able, like, they made it very, very clear that people who have these eyes will slowly go insane. Or quickly. It's like the surface of the moon, a wasteland of extinction. He's like, oh no! To see death of things is to be tossed into a vague, fragile world. A world where there's no ground below, where even the sky appears frail, as if it will fall at any moment. Roa wavers with every word. That's only fair. You can't comprehend a single thing I'm saying. There's only one explanation. Our eyes may be similar, but they're entirely distinct. Don't look at me! Fear is mixed in with his voice. Roa summarized it so aptly before. People instinctively fear the unknown.
それが死を見るということだ。この目は得意げに語れるものじゃない。
There was a time when I was afraid to even walk around. If it weren't for her, I would have lost my mind a long time ago. Best girl!
それがお前の勘違いだ、吸血鬼。命と死は背中合わせでいるだけで、永遠に顔を合わせることはないものだ。
Nice one.
だが、その目で私を見るなと言っている。
Oh, thank you for coming closer, because I can barely move, but now you're right in front of me. It's kind of like when Vlov, in that one bad ending where Vlov got pulled toward Shiki, he's like, I can hit him now. But Vlov was like, I was too weak, but thank you. Whoosh! His footfalls close in, but his lightning speed from before is gone. The price he paid for using too much of his power on Arcueid. In that case, there's no need to affirm my theory any further. Damn, what it means to kill. A single stab is many times cleaner. Oh shit! A moment later, the corridor groans in agony as it collapses beneath our feet. Okay, I do remember this part. Oh! Fuck! Okay. No! Roa's screams are drowned out by the cacophony of crumbling concrete. You know, now that it's a little bit quieter, I'm gonna talk about something I've been wondering this entire time. So the entire time I was wondering, like, so does Shiki see lines of death and like anyone can cut them? Or is it something else where it's like when he sees it, it turns into a spot or a line of death when he strikes it? It's like it's specifically Shiki tech. And that kind of confirms it because, like, you know, if it was just the ground, anyone could have like hit that spot. But I think he kind of imprinted it and envisioned all the lines growing and growing and becoming essentially just giant web of things to the point where, like, yeah, he could hit someone with the lines of death from super far away because they're all connected. So he kind of imprinted this giant spot that affected, basically created an AoE. So that means that this is something completely unique to Shiki in this world, or this setting at least. Yeah, I was always wondering, but like, wow, it was really kind of creepy just to see the lines grow and grow, but it's also super cool. The corridor was killed. Devoid of any meaning and purpose, it disintegrated into nothingness. Caught within the passage's collapse, Roa fell, crushed by the debris. He's like, you stabbed the floor, how did my legs crack? Unnatural destruction. The corridor, which stretched between me and the other buildings, is the only part that collapsed, as though it was made of a different material. That's wild. Ignoring the cries of my aching head and freezing body, I descend the stairs. He's like, okay, jobs are done. Almost. He only got like his legs though. I survey the scene beneath the moonlight. What was once the courtyard is now a sea of rubble. And at its very center, something disturbs the surface. He really is filth. Though I'm on the verge of collapsing, I climb the rubble. How the fuck did you do that? Roa's lower body is gone, erased. He doesn't even regenerate. It's as if that part of him was decreed by destiny to no longer exist. But his upper half, having dragged itself out of the rubble, is still as functional as ever. If nothing else, I have to respect his perseverance, his willingness to cling to life. Yeah, he isn't a true ancestor, so his regenerative abilities aren't nearly as much as Arcueid's, especially under the moon. Or like, when we first killed her. She was able to reconstruct herself, but it seems like he can't. The monster sloshes around in a sea of his own blood. Will he recover? It's looking like it. What a quick adaptation. If neither resurrection nor regeneration can be of service to him, he'll simply create what he needs. It's a remarkably vampiric approach. In a few minutes, I'm sure he'll have crafted an adequate replacement for his lower body. I step over the rubble, towards my target. The monster looks up and stares at me. Its eyes are filled with a malice so pure, so dense, it looks ready to overflow. Its voice dripped with loathing. From its severed waist, a new lower half is rapidly starting to coagulate. The blood that covered the rubble with a thick crimson film reverses its course, flowing inward like a video on rewind. It's rewind time. I mutter a response as I relax my right hand. The thing's point is a little to the right of his heart. Oh, I thrust, and the blade sinks smoothly into his chest. It's like stabbing through paper. This insipid, unexceptional sense of death. He's like, oh! Oh. That's all it can say in response. Oh my god, he didn't even say he is. That's all it can say, because it's no longer a living being, or even an undead being. But this man has already experienced death plenty of times, in one form or another. He knows what the sensation means better than anyone else.
恐ろしくはないだろう。お前にとっては馴染んだ道だ。違うところがあるとすれば、一つだけ。今度は、帰ってこられない。
Cold. Will he be able to retort? Vlov got a few extra words in, so I'm kind of wondering. I withdrew the knife and turned around. Its life has already ended. A quick and easy death, even simpler than closing one's eyes. Wow. What about Ciel? Okay, yeah, my job's done. My loved one is lost. I'm dazed. My body may be at its limit, but my mind is even past that. Arcueid mentioned something about this. That I shouldn't look at death for too long. That if I push myself, the blood vessels in my brain will rupture and burn out. Ugh. None of that matters to me. If this is how things are going to play out. If I were okay with winding up broken, I should have just finished Roa faster. If I had, then maybe she might still. Whoa! I collapse face down on the ground. There's a pain in my ankle. When I turn to look, I see it. A monster dragging itself forward with only its right arm. Oh jeez, he's still here. I thought he was super dead. No. Squirming, writhing, he climbs atop my fallen body. Hacks! Why are there so many hacks? I hack too, why? His bloodied hand wraps around my neck and squeezes. I do not comprehend! A maw of jagged teeth opens and reaches for my throat. Oh, he's trying to suck our blood. Fangs meet flesh. They pierce the fragile skin of my neck. Oh, okay. Oh. Then he's gone. He's like, sorry, did I kill Ciel? I mean, like, he was moving. I had to do something. In a single moment, Roa is sliced into 1,000 pieces. I love how she was like, yeah. I did something. Before me stands Ciel, her blades in hand. She's alive and well, albeit short of breath. I did get the kill steal. Haha, the EXP and loot is mine. I'm not really following her here.
ですから、ロアを殺したのは私です。
I kind of get it. She's trying to take the credit so that eyes don't go on Shiki. Because Shiki is technically a civilian. But if it's made known that he's killed this dude, then it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to keep tabs on you, like, and whatnot.
その功績も責任も全て私にあります。あなたになんてただの一つもあげません。
Yeah,
なので、
I don't care.
トーノくんは手ぶらで何もできなかったといじけて帰っちゃってください。
Okay, can you at least take me home as repayment for almost killing it? I did a lot of the work, please. Ciel smugly puts a hand on her hip to punctuate her words. She's so unfair. Just when I thought I'd never smile again, she forces one out of me.
先輩、それ詭弁だよ。
詭弁でしょうか。でも優しい嘘ならそれもいいと思います。たとえ偽善でもなんとなく救いがありそうじゃないですか。
Salvation. It's not the first time I've heard those words like that. They sound a lot like what someone said to me when I told her I hate what ifs.
そうだね。なんとなくどこか救いが残っているのかもしれないなら。
You and Arcueid are really alike, and she just holds Shiki. It's like, what the fuck did you just say to me? How happy that would be.
今は体の問題が先でした。大丈夫ですか、トーノくん。噛まれませんでした？
Kind of. Ciel quickly lowers herself to examine my fallen body. My consciousness is slipping. My brain wants to rest. It doesn't want to keep thinking.
トーノくん、
Oh no! Oh no! Her voice fades into the distance. Remorse, regret, the headache carving into my brain, the warmth lingering on my palms. All of them fade away into nothingness, like a fever cooling after a long night. I remember looking up at the moon like this once, long ago. Though my eyes stay open, my mind shuts down, like someone switched off a monitor. I think that might be the end of it. Oh man, that was quite the fight. Actually, no, it's not the end. This black screen is going on for way too long. Oh, it is. Wow. All right. Well, that is the end of the 13th day. Like I mentioned before, there is still a 14th day. It is the last day to my knowledge. And from what I understand, it is relatively short. So in addition to like the last day, I'll also include some of the scenes I missed on the flowchart. But this is where I'm going to end it for today. Let's talk about that battle for a little bit. So first one that happened was Ciel against the abomination, aberration, amalgamation, whatever you want to call it. I think it was interesting that they threw in something to make it so that Ciel couldn't help us. And you know, she said 10 minutes. I bet a lot of that 10 minutes was our tender moment with Arcueid and Roa just waiting there being like, yeah, just keep going. I mean, I kind of wish we saw more of it, but I do, at that time when I was reading, I was kind of like, I kind of want to see Arcueid and Roa a lot more than this fight. So in hindsight now, I'm like, maybe it's better that they started the fight, but you know, and didn't show us the entirety of it. But I kind of wish that we were shown ways where like she definitely had like the upper hand. When they were fighting, she basically kept saying like, oh, I'm gonna lose if I get hit by this or that or this. I could probably win, but it'll take me time. But I kind of wish that we saw maybe like some of the limbs fly off, maybe some other stuff, because like it really seemed like they started something and didn't really finish it. Arcueid and Roa's fight was the opposite, where we didn't get to see the beginning. It was just, you know, basically the last move where Arcueid did her, I don't know what the thing is called. I might have to look this up. I feel like I heard a phrase. I'm not sure if this is actually it. Is it called a marble phantasm? I'm not 100% sure. I've never really known what that meant, but I've seen that phrase thrown around somewhere before when it's related to Arcueid. So maybe that's what it was. Once again, I don't really know what a marble phantasm does. It seemed like it like changed reality and then like compressed him, and then she just kind of smacked him. But that was pretty interesting. It's definitely one of those feats where it's like, yeah, she is strong. We didn't get to see like the total extent of it, and you know, once again, after she dies, it's like really, really sad. But yeah, that led into the fight with Shiki and Shiki, or Shiki and Roa. And once again, it wasn't really a fight. Literally, it was 2 hits. It was Shiki hits the floor and then Shiki stabbed. And you know, as a fight, it wasn't like super duper awesome, epic, or whatever. But because Fate, Tsukihime, Witch on the Holy Night, a lot of the Nasuverse works is based off the power system is based off concepts rather than straight up power levels, as well as ideologies. It's really cool seeing like the 2 hits that hit. The first one, he basically manifested death onto everything around him, and that was definitely something that, you know, as I said before, answers one of the questions I've had for a while, and was just, you know, very visually cool. And then later on, he just kind of shanks him in the chest, and he's almost dead, and then Ciel just comes in for the kill steal. But yeah, we got one more day, and then we'll be done with the Arcueid route. Oh man, it's been kind of a long journey. I think this is probably episode like 25 or 26, I forgot. So far it hasn't been, it might have been longer than Witch on the Holy Night, not in terms of episodes, but just in terms of content, because like the episodes I've had for Witch on the Holy Night were relatively shorter, if I recall correctly. But we also have the other, you know, the other options I haven't chosen, as well as Ciel's entire route, which I am very much looking forward to. But we'll finish off Arcueid's route next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!